Hello everyone. आज हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं the one we all know and love as our Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Suchetan Pal. He is the one जिनके आशीर्वाद and guidance से आज तक हम इतने सारे student events and मिराज जैसे fests कराते आए हैं. So sir, how are you feeling today?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am fine as well sir. So आज सर हमारे साथ आए हैं IIT भिलाई के student culture से related कुछ बातें करने. So सर, इससे पहले कि हम IIT भिलाई पर आए, आप उससे पहले हमें बताइए कि आपकी कॉलेज लाइफ कैसी थी? आप किस तरह के स्टूडेंट एक्टिविटीज या इवेंट्स में इन्वॉल्व रहते थे?
First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to be in this video. As a student, I was very, studious student, always studying, going to the lectures as well as labs. But sometimes I used to get involved into not in cultural fest but sports activity. But in terms of cultural fest, I used to be in the background like I am doing now. I am supporting my friends for the fest. So I am always in the background. I was not in doing any cultural activity, but I was heavily involved in teaching, research, studies as well as some sports.
Okay. So sir, as the Dean of Student Affairs, what does your role involve? And आप IIT भिलाई से कितने समय से जुड़े हुए हैं?
It has been like 7 years since I joined IIT Bhilai, and from the first day onwards I was involved in students activity. Initially I was the faculty in charge of the sports. Then I become the warden of one hostel. And then last 2 years I have been serving as Dean of Student Affairs.
Yes. How have you seen the student culture here evolve over the years?
Yes, IIT Bhilai got older, but the student remained the same. To me, every batch of student brings new perspective, new energy. When I came to IIT Bhilai, the students and now students, they are almost same, but the bandwidth of IIT Bhilai has become bigger. Because initially if you know that we were in the transit campus there, we didn't have much facilities. Now we have better facilities, good infrastructure. So student has got more exposure to cultural activities and so on. So I think in terms of students, their mindset, they are very similar, but now they have more exposure to everything like academia, sports as well as cultural.
So like you talked about how we transitioned from the temporary campus to the permanent one. So has it had any significant impact on the student culture?
Yes, initial days students struggled a lot for their cultural activity, but their inherent talent was already there, right? Every batch of students, certain percentage of students, they were enthusiastic about culturals. Nowadays also is same, but again I told you before, like students got more opportunity to get involved into cultural, and also over the years we have developed the cultural, the culture of culturals, right? So now people try to get more exposed, and thanks to you people that you are bringing it, in more forefront, and you are trying to give more emphasis. So I think it's going great, and I think the future is even brighter.
आपके हिसाब से IIT भिलाई बाकी के IIT से कैसे different है?
So this question we get often, how we differentiate ourselves from other IITs. Problem is we are not competing with other IITs. Although we compete in the inter-IIT cultural fest and so on, but we are trying to collaborate with the other IITs, right? So we have to bring in the concept of collaboration. Maybe we can go into cultural fest and try to collaborate with other IITs, learn from their good things, and also give them some teaching. Whatever good we are doing, we can give it to them, and collaboratively we can come out as a better students. So here, please don't get involved into comparison and competition. Already you are doing in the academia. So I don't want any comparison and competition in the culturals, right? So this is my point of view. I think the students of IIT Bhilai should differentiate themselves as more accommodative and more learning and more giving. That is the idea of IIT Bhilai students. Not like having competition with other IITs.
It's almost time for Chow now, and then throughout the year we'll be having Miraz and Vision. So, what are your views on these student activities? How do you view them?
That's a great question. So shout out to Rishit if you are watching. He was the cultural secretary 2 years back. So I think this brings a unique vibration in the campus where student undergoes this kind of cultural activities and they learn from each other, collaborate with each other, and get some respite from their intense academia. Right, so that is the idea of Chow, that give you some exposure to, culturals and give you some respite from studies. So I think this is a very good idea, and we want to bring it in a better way. Right, so maybe this year you can conduct it in more events and more meaningful outcome of the Chow. Right, so I want to see good movies out of Chow and good performance.
You have so many student interactions all throughout the year. So has there been some student interaction or some student-led initiative that has surprised you or has left an impression on you?
Every day students surprise me. So many things. You guys are so capable. You are one of the best students. I mean, in India, despite of your intense academic pressure, you are conducting sports, culturals, and you have so much talent. So recently, there was some cultural program, students were playing like flawless, synthesizer, and some people sang as good as professional singers. And even in our face, like our band, Swara, their performance was superb. I think, I get surprised every day and also learn from you.
So you talked about how the performances impressed you so much, like they were playing literal professionals.
Yes.
So what impact do you think happens on a student's life when they participate in such student clubs or activities?
I would encourage every student to get involved into any type of activity other than studies, because studies gives you a lot of pressure and a lot of anxiety. And you have to somehow manage the pressure and anxiety, and this extracurricular activities like sports and cultural will give you the avenue to reduce the academic pressure, right? So I encourage all the students to join clubs. We have nowadays, like I know, more than 20 clubs. So a lot of opportunities is there. If you have any hobby, small hobby, even if you are not good at it, you should try to explore your creative brain, part of the brain, right? So you should get involved, and I encourage all the students to get involved through this video.
And so IIT Bhilai is still a relatively young college. We are still growing, we are still learning many things. So what is your vision for the evolution of the campus's culture?
Yes, so next phase we are going to get the student activity center. There will have dedicated area for extracurricular activities. Like right now we don't have probably space for all this drama and singing, and you have to share some space. Later on, maybe within 2 years, we are going to bring up this student activity center where we have ample space to explore all this club related activity and extracurricular activity. And I'm looking forward to having this student activity center so that you can have a place for brainstorming and creativity.
I'm sure everyone watching this right now must be very excited to hear this. So, a lot of us, when we come into the campus, we are very naive and we are mostly shaped by what the knowledge our seniors pass on to us. So, in your opinion, what role do you see the alumni of our college playing in shaping the students' culture and in nurturing the student activities?
Yeah, it plays very much important role. Our alumni has seen the worst part of the institute where they have struggled for many things. So I'm sure when they come in our campus right now, they will say that, wow, what has happened to this campus and what we received and what these new people are getting. So, they can tell you their struggle, but instead of their struggle, they are doing very, very good in their life, right? Overall, I have connection with many alumni. They're telling that the experience they got from IIT Bhilai was one of the best, and and they cherish their memories. So I want every students of IIT Bhilai to cherish the stay of IIT Bhilai. It might not be 100% smooth, might be up and down, but you have to cherish every moment you are living in the campus, because you are not going to get back these moments.
What are your hopes for the future graduates of IIT Bhilai?
I hope that they will become complete human being. They should not run for the packages and jobs. They eventually has to be happy, right? So I want like students to be well-rounded, happy, and knowledgeable, right? And as well as a human being, they should be very proud of themselves. So I need proud student, happy student.
And if you could give one piece of advice to every student watching this right now before they graduate, what would it be?
I think enjoy what you are doing. If you enjoy studying, you enjoy study. But if you are enjoying something else, you also want to focus on what makes you happy. So you have to balance your life, because study is very, very important to you, as well as maintaining your well-being, mental well-being, physical well-being is very, very important, right? So take care of your studies as well as your health and mental well-being. If you combine these three and make it very much balanced, you don't have to worry about too much. You always worry about the future, what is going to happen after 2 years, after 3 years. You should not worry about those things. You have to worry about today, whether your study is good, your life is good, your mindset is good. So that is the idea. So live in the present, not in the future or past.
Okay, it was lovely talking to you, sir. Is there any message you would like to give to the students?
I told in the previous programs that you try to be accommodative, right? We sometimes complain too much, so you don't fight for small things. You fight for big things, and spread love. If you love each other, the campus will be happy, and eventually when you go out of the campus, your society will be happy. So try to learn how to love each other and how to love yourself and be happy.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.